Welcome back to another episode. Doing a different intro. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you'll see me, Nick, and Dan. If you're just listening, it's just the three of us right now. Took this idea from the old man and the three. Gonna preview each episode before we get into it. Phenomenal conversation in this one with Buckeye legend EJ Liddell. His Wi-Fi was a little spotty. It cuts out 2-3 times, but just stick with us. Your phone's not bugging, and it's a great conversation you're not going to want to miss.
In this episode, EJ talks about his journey, how in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago, in their tough loss to Oral Roberts, how he experienced depth threats, and how he was able to bounce back from his difficult injury he experienced last season. But let's just get into the episode, guys, and hope you guys enjoy.
Today, we are joined by a 2022 All-American, 2022 NBA draft pick, Buckeye legend, best smile in the NBA, current New Orleans Pelican, Mr. EJ Liddell. Appreciate you joining us.
Yes, man. That was a great talk-up. I appreciate that. Great answer.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here, man.
How to give that nice intro. And just to start off, for some of the listeners who may not know you, just sort of brief synopsis of your basketball journey and how you ended up with the Pelicans.
I'm from Belleville, Illinois. Went to Orleans State for 3 years. I had an interesting journey. Won 2 years of basketball, 2 state championships. Then I went to Ohio State. I only played like 14 minutes a game my freshman year. So it kind of got off to a rocky start. Coming off the bench playing behind guys, and then my sophomore year, COVID hit. Coach told me we needed to step up and be the man on the team, so I did that. Into the draft. There, tested the waters, went to the D League camp. And then junior year, I came back with something to prove. They wanted me to increase my 3-point percentage, became a shooter a little bit, I would say so. And yeah, now I'm here. Got drafted last year at 41st. Tore my ACL last year in Summer League, the second game. So that was another setback for me. But it's going to help me a part of my journey. But now I'm back. Still 100% healthy. Excited for the season. So.
Obviously, making your college decision was a huge, important decision for you and your family. What stood out about Ohio State, and why was that always the right choice?
Since I was a kid, I've always been like a Buckeye fan. Just watching football and whatnot, I've just always been a huge Buckeye fan. And when I went up there for a visit, it was everything I imagined. I'm not gonna lie. Holtmann, Peden, they all just made me feel like family. The guys made me feel like family. They just had a culture that I wanted to be a part of. And Buckeye Nation is strong. Dave knows it. I mean, just being a Buckeye is just a huge thing. So I'm just happy to be a Buckeye. And even when I go places, this is like worldwide Buckeyes. Like down here, everybody be like, "Oh, it's pretty awesome just being able to be a part of a family like that."
You also mentioned Coach Holtmann being a big part of the reason why you came there. What is your favorite story of Coach Holtmann?
I got too many. I would probably say when my freshman summer, there was like rumors that I was going to transfer. Knowing me, I never switched teams, never ran away from the grind. But like when you aren't playing, people tend to not stick to it. So one time I was about to transfer, and honestly, told me, he was like, "You're not transferring." I'm like, "Coach, I'm with you to the end, honestly." So I think I gained trust in him, honestly, to become a leader of the team. So by the time I was a sophomore, I was kind of a leader already on the team, kind of not named the captain, but I was a leader on the team because he trusted me and he trusted my work and he trusted everything that I put into the program and all the hours and all the trust that I put into the programs. That's one thing I say about home. He was scared to death. So.
You've been a part of a lot of crazy games as a Buckeye. What was your favorite memory from a game like that you've been a part of?
Oh, playing in Illinois for the first time with fans my junior year. Easily. I didn't think I was gonna play that game because I don't know if I had the flu or what, but I felt terrible. I felt terrible the day before. But easily playing in Illinois with fans, it got rowdy in there. people hated me. It was great. I loved booze every time I touched the ball. That was a fun time. So probably there, but I've been a part of a lot of games, like the Duke game at home. That was great. Uh, Definitely against Illinois. Had to stick it to the home state team for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Duke game has to be in there. Elbow 4. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. We're in that play twice in a row. I mean, shoot, great game, man. So
You talked about being drafted 41st. What was your draft night experience like?
um, it was kind of a humbling experience. I mean, like, mock drafts, you hear people talk about, oh, first round, first round. You get scouts talking about, yeah, you're going to be gone in the first round, but then you sit there at the table for a long time and you just watch my name on the screen and say that's available for like 25 picks. So I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, okay, it's just giving me more fire the whole time because, like, it's not anything I can do. I did my part, but just watching my name drop down the list and finally got to the 41st pick, and I'm like, New Orleans, let's do it then. I mean, they got a lot of hungry guys. I love watching a playoff series versus the Suns like that previous year. So I'm like, I can step in and definitely help this team. But yeah, draft night was humbling, I would say so. But I'm at a place I want to be, and they trust me and they believed in me by converting my contract this year. So I'm excited to play.
Yeah, and I can unbiasedly say, just knowing you as a person and a player, there were not 40 guys who can impact a franchise on and off the court in that draft better than you. I'm saying it, not you. I'll put it out there. I'll put my neck out there. So definitely excited to see you do your thing fully healthy this year. But bouncing back to college, one moment that I think is important to shed some light on is, it's painful to talk about, but after the Oral Roberts loss, you were receiving some crazy out of pocket things on social media and handled that like a true professional. So what would you recommend, to athletes out there in the spotlight having to deal with, death threats?
I mean, well, like it's a common thing, which it shouldn't be, honestly. Fans feel entitled to, fans are fans, and they feel entitled to speak out of character sometimes rather than remembering that we are humans and we just aren't entertainers because they see us through the TV. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the Colorado game versus Colorado State. The safety was receiving a lot of death threats as well. And, I mean, that's just not right, honestly. I mean, go out there and play the game for fun. Putting our, health on the line every time we step out there and all the work that we put in. I feel like we shouldn't take that as any, like, harm, I guess, because fans are going to be fans and they're going to be rude. And honestly, it's just a wicked sport we play.
Yeah, cut out briefly.
Yeah, but just being on that stage, it comes with it. So I'm excited. You guys got me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Little technical difficulty for
Technical difficulty.
yeah. But you're good. And bouncing to something else now. Obviously last year you covered it, had the ACL injury. Got to see you work out 2 weeks ago, seem pretty much back to normal. What would you recommend to athletes out there on any level dealing with a major injury and how to persevere through that?
Personally, like, man, this sucks. I mean, everybody thinks that this sucks. And obviously, it sucked for me because I got drafted, played summer league, and I want to prove myself to be like one of the players who can, contribute at the next level. That's all I'm getting about. Just getting better each year. But this is my first time ever being hurt. So, I mean, I came into it with like just the mindset of like it's gonna be a long 12 months, but I just gotta keep stacking days, keep getting better today, worry about tomorrow when that comes. So that's the only place I would get is just worry about the present because you get too caught up in the future and about like how you want to get to that end goal, but some people lose focus on the moment like right now. So all I did was stack days, just attack the day. So Just trust me, it sucks for sure. It definitely sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. It was painful days, but as long as I got better, I was good. So
And I feel like those days could make you stronger, especially later on in your career. And even if you know, have an injury like that again, I feel like something like that to start off your career almost could make you more mature and stronger too.
yeah, I feel like it made me a better person too, because like when you're not playing basketball, you just sit there like, what do you do? Like that's all I've done my whole life. When basketball season comes around, just playing. But I think I became like a student of the game. Just being in the NBA, I traveled with the team everywhere last year. I sat behind the bench and watched, learned a lot of things, took a lot of notes, but definitely would consider myself like a student of the game. All I did was learn. Got to play video game a lot because I couldn't really walk around. So
I mean, speaking on that, obviously the injury had you learn so much more last year. What player had the biggest influence on your team this past year that you were able to learn from?
um, that's tough. That's tough. We have a lot of vets. We have a lot of young guys who have bright futures. But if I could give one, I would probably say her. Her approaches the game like not many people I've seen. He embraces his role really well. I mean, he's one of the best defenders in the league. But I mean, you watch her back in high school, college. I mean, he wasn't really just a defender. And I feel like he embraced that role really well, and he does anything it takes for the team to win. So definitely her. He's a funny guy too.
And obviously, last year was your true rookie year, but this year you'll still have rookie eligibility. So, what are you looking forward to most on playing this actual season?
I don't know. I might airball my first shot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be my nerves gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna have a straight face. I mean, this will be my first time playing something that matters in a while. Like I played in summer league. I mean, that matters as well. Like going to win the summer league championship. But like when the season starts, it's something that I've been looking forward to. I've been praying about. I've been dreaming about. Just manifesting a healthy season. Honestly, just something I'm looking forward to is knocking down my first three because I've been putting a lot of work in that. Just shooting a whole bunch of jumpers and just the confidence I put into that. So.
And speaking of shooting jumpers, have to ask this with every Ohio State player that comes on as he has requested. You versus Coach Diebler, shooting contest right now. Who's winning?
I think the people know the answer. I think people know the answer, so I'm not gonna answer that. And we all know. I feel like you know as well, but I don't disrespect him. He has a good jump shot.
And he'll be listening. This will be clipped, so expect to be hearing from him.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, if he wants to challenge me, he can anytime. He knows where I'd be. So
Obviously, you talked about you spent a lot of time watching in the league last year. What do you think are the biggest differences, playing in college versus the NBA?
the pace of the game, everything isn't like 100%, 100 miles per hour all the time. I feel like in college, especially the Big Ten, it was a lot of not much floor spacing. I guess you had shooters on the team, but it wasn't as much as tight, like as collapsed. But in the NBA, I feel like it's a lot more pace, a lot more rules, a lot more playing rather than like draw ups and things. I mean, what I've seen is every team does like the same thing, just in different ways, different personnel. But I would definitely say the pace of the game.
Yeah, and I just had a vision of a Spurs Pelicans game, EJ on the court versus Malachi. That would be something.
Oh, it's definitely gonna happen, and I'm gonna lock him up too. You could book that. So. I'm excited. I talk to Malachi all the time.
Fun
man.
matchup to see for sure. And to get into a ending segment here, we're gonna do an all-time Ohio State draft, our top 5, and we're gonna do the practice players versus EJ. For those of you listening right now, EJ's having some technical difficulties. Hopefully he loads back in here soon. So to get it started, we'll do 2 guards, 2 wings, and a big. Dan, Nick, and I will all draft in varying order. I guess we'll wait on that and hope EJ loads back in. So why don't we all go over to Nick? Nick, give us a little UNLV preview without revealing too much of your squad.
Yeah, I want to say we got some new guys coming in. You know, we got some Big 12 transfers coming in. Obviously, Jalen Hill, Vegas guy. And then we got Boone twins from Oklahoma State. But I think overall, we got some like veteran experience, you know, Big 12 basketball, things like that. And I think overall we got better, more. I think experience is our like key point that like will bring us to hopefully that next level. Yeah.
And then, there we go. Back now.
Back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick did a good job of covering there. Talked a little UNLV preview.
Okay. But you said all-time Ohio State draft?
Yeah. I didn't know if you were able to hear that or not. You had lagged out. So we're going to do a PPP versus EJ. We'll give you the first pick as our guest, and it's just starting 5, any Buckeye ever. And then we'll have the viewers vote which squad they have winning.
Okay. 2 guards, 2 forwards, and 1 big. Okay. I'm gonna go D'Angelo Russell.
All right. That's EJ's first pick. Oh, we get the next pick. You don't get all 5.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. My fault.
Yeah, no, you good. You're about to build a super team over here.
Yeah, I was cooking something up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do our first pick. Stuck between 2 guys. I'm gonna go with Greg Oden though. Big man down low.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Dave Lighty. He's a winner. Got to. Yeah, we want to win some games. What's that?
All right, Dan or Nick, if one of you want to pick, please don't mess this up.
I'd like to pick our point guard. I know I go to UNLV, but I watched a lot of Michigan games growing up. My whole family's from there, so I got to watch a lot of Aaron Kraft just torching us up every season. So I'm gonna go with Aaron Kraft.
Don't say the M word on this podcast ever again, though. But good pick.
My
next pick. It's been a lot of great Buckeyes. I'm gonna go with Evan Turner. I should play here. Got to.
That was going to be my pick, so that's a little unfortunate. Definitely stole one there from the Practice Players podcast there. So that's unfortunate.
That's good.
I will go. So far, obviously we got our big guy in Greg Oden, and we got our point guard in Aaron Kraft. So I'll also take a wing. I will go Michael Redd.
Good pick.
Get us a good wing there.
For my big man, I'm gonna go Jared Sullinger. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jared Sullinger. We worked out a couple times together. He's gave me some great insight, so I'm gonna go Jared Sullinger.
Nice. We got Kraft at the 1. We got Michael Redd on the wing. We got Gio down low. You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take EJ Liddell at the 4. I'm gonna pin EJ against EJ, and it's good. It's a good pick there. Take you away from yourself.
I was definitely gonna pick that guy next. You just put me in a bind right there. I was hoping you ain't say me. So who I have? I have D'Lo. Who's my team? I got D'Lo, Jared Sullinger,
Lighty,
and Evan Turner.
Evan Turner. Okay, I need. Damn. I'm gonna go. That hurts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go Cater Base DI. This is gonna be the Illinois guy.
Dan, I was gonna pick Mike Conley, if that's all right. So we got
that's a great pick.
Aaron Kraft,
was picked as well.
Mike Conley, Michael Redd, EJ Liddell, and Greg Oden.
It's a squad.
That's a
That's good.
That's a
I don't
squad.
know, EJ, would prime Greg Oden would have to be the best front court mate you've ever played with, right? I mean, I'd imagine.
Yeah, yeah. He was unstoppable in college. It was fun watching him hoop. Yeah, most definitely.
He was unstoppable on scout team when he would hop in.
Yeah, it was rough. Me and Zed tried to stop him multiple times, but he got to his spots.
He didn't have the twitch, but he had the power. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he don't really have to jump out either. He's 7'1", so yeah, that's the team right there. But I'm gonna have to go with mine. I think I'm gonna bet against myself one time. So,
Okay, should we repeat to the viewers our fives?
If you
Yeah.
want to, yeah.
Okay. For our five, we have D'Angelo Russell, Mike Conley, Michael Redd, EJ Liddell, and Greg Oden. And then what's your five, EJ?
who did I say? Evan Turner, Jared Sullinger, Tatum Base Diop, Dave Lighty. Who's my PT? D'Angelo Russell.
There's some good guys left on the board too. Malachi
Yeah.
Branham, Terrence Dials.
Bowen Hardman's left on the board. I know he's probably listening.
Yeah, we had Bowen on last episode. It was he had a very similar response to the Diebler question.
D's always trying to compete. No, I don't blame him.
I was trying to tell them too. We did an NBA preview, and my sleeper team in the West, I had the Pelicans.
Ain't nothing to sleep about. I mean, I think health is our biggest issue, and when we're all healthy, we're the best team. I feel like
number one in the West last year when healthy. Yep,
that's what I'm saying. And I wasn't even playing, so I mean, we should be excited about that. So I think we have a bright future.
Yeah, we'll see. We have a Thunder delusional fan and a Laker bandwagon in here, so
I'd rather be a delusional fan than a bandwagon. I'll tell you that much.
yeah. But to sort of wrap things up, outside of basketball, are there any life aspirations or goals, or maybe in 20 years when it's all said and done, what will EJ Liddell be doing?
You want to know something? I thought about starting like an AAU team, but I don't want to start. I thought about it. I haven't gave it like that big of a thought, but I want to give back. That's something I always wanted. I've always thought of doing when I made it to the stage is give back and give things that I've learned back to the people at home that really don't know as much as I do. So, definitely give back. I want to start. Next year, I might have a camp for my first kids camp, probably after the season. So, probably a coach. I would say a coach. Be doing something that Clark Kellogg is doing, broadcasting, journalism. I can see myself doing that. So, definitely giving back.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see. But Nick, Dan, you have anything else?
Well, I will say Clark Kellogg was a Buckeye. So
Yeah.
far, you're right. You're right on that track. As long as
Yeah. Set us up for the future. I definitely think of being a Buckeye. So
It's the Scarlet and Gray, man. That alumni network. It's bigger than sports, football, basketball. It is like a giant cult.
it is.
You got that Scarlet and Gray across your chest. People gonna take care of you.
That's a fact. So, and that's also what I loved about Ohio State and how they treat their alumni. So glad to be one. Can't complain.
Yes, sir. But thought this was a wonderful episode, EJ. Wishing you nothing but the best of health, best of luck this year, and excited to see you get that first bucket. And hopefully, it's not that air ball you were talking about.
No, for real. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Yes, sir. As always,
PPP out. Peace.
yeah. Throw up them OHs, EJ. I love it.
Yes, sir.